How's it going, everybody? We're going to talk a little bit today about why you should always wear your motorcycle helmet, okay? So the goal of this speech is to persuade my audience as well as the viewers of why you should always be wearing your motorcycle helmet. We'll start with the basics. Obviously, it could save your life. More than likely, if you're not wearing a helmet on a motorcycle and you do go down, you are not going to have much of a chance. Whether that speed is 30 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour, you throw a watermelon out the window at 40 miles an hour, it's going to splatter. So wearing a helmet is almost mandatory in most states. I know in the state I'm in now, South Carolina, they do not require a helmet. However, always wear a helmet. I always wear mine when you leave the house. There's just a sense of security knowing that you're at least taking the proper precautions to protect yourself. It's bad enough having to look out for all the bad drivers on the road, the debris in the road, animals coming out of the woods. So if you can just put the helmet on just to protect yourself a little bit more, it can't hurt to wear a helmet. Helmets are actually going to protect you from more than just your fall as well. Helmets are also going to protect you from wind. They're going to protect you from bugs. They're going to protect you from small rocks and other things that 18-wheelers and cars and things like that throw up. You don't really realize until you get out on the road how much debris is floating around on the road. There's a lot of sand that flies up. There's a lot of small rocks and things like that. I've actually been hit in the face with a half helmet on with a rock. Actually started bleeding while I was riding down the road. So I guess personally I'm wearing a full face. Kind of gives that protection, as well as it protects you from the sun too. If you're riding for 5 or 6 hours and you don't really think about it, but you're getting all those UV rays. So wearing a helmet with a tinted shield, kind of keeps, it's kind of like being in a car. It's just kind of, the wind noise is down as well as the debris and things like that. Another thing is if you're wearing an older helmet, if your helmet's over 5-10 years old, go ahead and look at replacing that helmet. They are made of styrofoam inside. They have foam in them, and if you leave the helmet, say, in a garage, that helmet will start to dry rot from the inside out. So if you were to fall and it needed to work as it should, it won't. It'll kind of disintegrate. It just won't last like it should. They recommend every 3 years. However, helmets are expensive, so you try to make them last. And then we'll move on to cleaning your helmet. It's really, really important to keep your helmet clean, guys. You don't want bugs kicked up on the front where you can't see, so when the sun hits it, you have a bad glare. You don't want to have a scratched up visor. Keep your helmet clean. Always keep the inside clean. Make sure there's no wasp nests or anything in there. That's another thing I'd recommend, is keeping your helmet stored inside the house if you can. If you're leaving them outside in your garage, you're going to have to worry about wasps and other insects and stuff like that getting in there and building up nests. So you want to try to avoid that. I've actually put a helmet on with a wasp nest in it, so I didn't get stung, but you want to try to avoid that kind of stuff, as well as birds will build a nest in there and just destroy the inside of the helmet. And as far as buying a new helmet, I've mentioned this in one of my videos before, but don't order a helmet until you've tried it on. And if you order it, make sure they have a return policy, because everybody's head's a little different. There's a lot of helmets out there that are more oval shaped. There's a lot of helmets that are out there that are more round shaped. So you really want to take your time in buying the right helmet. Another thing is you got to ask yourself, how often do you plan on riding, and what kind of riding do you plan on doing? If you plan on riding 3-4 days a week, possibly as a commuter, go ahead and spend the $400 or $500 on a good helmet. The helmet will hurt your neck a little less. It'll just fit a little better. It'll feel more solid. If you buy a $150, $200 helmet and you plan on riding with it 5 or 6 days a week, it's just not going to last. It's not going to hold up. It's not going to be comfortable. So, yeah, that's really it, guys. Just always wear your helmet. Never leave the house without it. Always make sure you're keeping it clean. Make sure it fits properly. Make sure it's not expired. Just keep up with your helmet and safe riding.